Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give my quick thoughts on the whole Kyle Larson being granted a waiver despite missing the Coke 600 because of the Indy 500 weather thing. All I say is thank fucking God this debate is fucking over and this drama is finally over. Like, this shit dragged on for way too damn long. Like, this decision should have been made earlier last week, but it dragged on for way too longer than it should have. I think part of it was because NASCAR wanted to get as much attention on the sport as possible and get everyone talking about the chase again. You know, get everyone talking about the controversial chase format that shouldn't fucking be in the sport. And probably get more TV ratings. I mean, the TV ratings thing, that probably isn't too far from the truth considering the ratings for Gateway went up by 14% from last year. So there's at least leverage there on that argument and that conspiracy theory. But the whole Larson thing, I mean, this should have been an easy decision. I mean, Larson had every intention to run the Coke 600, but fucking Mother Nature ruined that plan, and Larson made every fucking attempt to make it to Charlotte. Like, if Larson truly didn't give a fuck about running the Coke 600, then he would not have tried to get to Charlotte as fast as he could after the Indy 500. Like, let's just get that there. Like, Larson was literally on the pit box ready to go until rain came, and then Fox Sports decided to pull the plug on the Coke 600 when the track was literally fucking dry and everyone was ready to go again. Like, that there showed all the respect Larson had for NASCAR too. Plus, also, if NASCAR denied Larson the waiver, it would have fucking ruined any chance at any Cup driver doing the Charlotte Indy double ever again. Like, the only way, especially considering that drivers like Ryan Blaney, Tyler Reddick, and Kyle Busch have all shown interest in doing the Charlotte Indy double, along with IndyCar guys like Joseph Newgarden and Scott McLaughlin. But of course, with Blaney's deal, the rumors are that Blaney would only do the double if Scott McLaughlin did it with him. So I believe with Blaney would be a package deal with McLaughlin, which that would be cool to see. But yeah, still though, if they denied Larson a waiver, it would have killed any chance of anyone doing the double ever again. Unless it was an IndyCar guy doing it. Then IndyCar guys can come in and do anything, no harm, no foul. Just look at Shane Van Gisbergen in Chicago last year. Had no intentions to run the season at all, comes into Chicago and wins a race. And that's all she wrote. But yeah, I mean, this shouldn't have even been a debate considering that the fucking waiver system hasn't fucking meant anything since 2015. Because at this point, let's be honest. Let's not kid ourselves here. For NASCAR, running 26 races is just a fucking suggestion. Like, the waiver system only fucking exists because of the fucking winning you're in stipulation. It's to try and discourage drivers from skipping races once they get a win or two and lock themselves in the chase. Like, that's the only reason the waiver system exists is because of the fucking stupid winning you're in stipulation, which just fucking rewards mediocrity. Like, already bad enough the fucking chase format is as broken as it is right now. And I mean, look at the president. NASCAR set the precedent a long time ago. Especially look at the waiver system. NASCAR is constantly handing out waivers like fucking candy. Just look at some of the examples here. Look at 2014. Tony Stewart missed 3 races because of the tragic Kevin Ward incident. Got a waiver as long as he could win one of the last 2 regular season races. Even though Tony didn't make the chase that year, still got a waiver. Hell, 2015, Kurt Busch got suspended the first 3 races of 2015 over a domestic abuse case involving one of his ex-girlfriends. Got a waiver and made the chase. Hell, the same year in 2015, Kyle Busch broke both his legs in an Xfinity crash at Daytona. An Xfinity race Kyle Busch had no business being in, by the way, might I add. But anyway, Kyle broke his legs, missed 11 races, about a third of the season. Got a waiver, and we all know what happened after that. Kyle Busch got 4 wins, made the top 13 points, made the chase, and won a championship, despite missing a third of the season. And then add in 2016, Tony Stewart missed the first 9 races of the season after he broke his back during an off-road accident in the off-season. Got a waiver, made the chase. And then there's a bunch of other shit that happened, like 2019, Ross Chastain started the 2019 season declaring for Xfinity points. Then shortly after he got a truck win at Kansas and got some sponsorship, You know, decide mid-season he was going to switch to a truck points. Got a waiver. Okay, to be fair with the Chastain one, he ran every truck race up to that point before he switched to truck points. Just the problem is that about 6-7 of those truck races, according to Kansas, when he did not get any points for it. But Chastain got the waiver, but Chastain was told his win at Kansas wouldn't count toward truck chase eligibility, so Chastain had to go win again. And then also added in 2019, Tyler Ankrum missed 3 races. Missed like 2-3 races in 2019 because he wasn't 18 yet. Got a waiver after he won the truck race at Kentucky. Also added in 2019, Johnny Sauter got suspended a race for intentionally wrecking Austin Hill under caution at Iowa. Got a waiver. And by the way, that Johnny Sauter waiver for Iowa 2019, I bet you Ultimate 23 Karen doesn't mention that in her Johnny's NASCAR versus Johnny Sauter conspiracy theory. Because if NASCAR truly had it out for Johnny Sauter, then why the hell would they give him a waiver to begin with? I mean, what other examples can we pull out here for the waiver system? I mean, 2020, Matt Kenseth missed the first 4 races of 2020. Had no intentions of running at all in 2020 until Kyle Larson said the gamer word. And got a year-long suspension. And then Kenseth was forced back into 42. And oh yeah, Kenseth got a waiver. Despite missing the first 4 races and having no intention of running at all. What else we got here? Oh yeah, don't forget even about last year. Alex Bowman missed 3 races when he injured his back in a sprint car crash, but got a waiver. Hell, Chase Elliott missed 6 races with a broken leg from a snowboarding accident in Colorado. Got a first waiver, and then of course we all know the second waiver. Elliott got suspended after he tried to murder Hamlin last year, got a waiver anyway. Like, I mean, there shouldn't even been a fucking debate considering the fact that Chase Elliott got a waiver when he tried to murder Hamlin at the Coke 600 last year and got a waiver anyway. Like, this shouldn't even been a fucking debate to begin with. Like, this whole fucking debate, like, this whole fucking waiver thing debate was so fucking stupid, and it was on a bunch of unnecessary drama. And honestly, it was just a fucking waste. This whole waiver debate was just a waste of everybody's fucking time. Like, here's the thing, though. In NASCAR's entire waiver system, since this waiver system was implemented with the chase format in 2014, there's only been one instance where a waiver was fucking denied to someone. And that was Grant Enfinger and Trucks in 2021 when Enfinger was forced to miss a race due to sponsorship issues. I mean, as stupid as that one fucking sound, it was the right call. And honestly, Enfinger and his team, they should have just bit the fucking bullet and just run the race unsponsored and hope for the best. But yeah, the whole waiver thing was stupid, especially considering that Larson was already locked in the chase with his 2 wins after he won at Kansas over Buescher in that epic photo finish. But yeah, just this drama was so fucking unnecessary and went on for way too damn long. I think NASCAR did it just to give more ratings and attention to the sport. Like, this should have been an easy debate before Gateway. Like, this decision should have been made last Tuesday or Wednesday that this was an easy decision. But it got dragged on for too long, plus adding Jordan Bianchi opening his stupid mouth for about some Pandora's box that would be open that would set a bad precedent for NASCAR if Larson was granted a waiver. I mean, for fuck's sakes, Jordan, Bianchi, that Pandora's box you speak of, that thing has been open since this chase format was implemented in 2014. Let's be real on that. Like, let's be honest, the waiver system hasn't meant anything since 2015. And keep in mind, you can bring up the rule book, all this stuff, all you want. Keep in mind, the last page of the rule book, of the NASCAR rule book, it says all these rules are to our discretion, which means none of the rules we make in this book matter, and we'll just make them up as we go along. So in other words, NASCAR will just rig and manipulate it just to get the outcome they want. Yeah, that, and there was probably a bunch of fucking other politics that happened behind the scenes that delayed this for way too damn long. I mean, it would have been fucking foolish to punish Larson, especially with how much attention Larson brought to the sport. Especially considering how much NASCAR and Fox were promoting Larson doing the Charlotte Indy Double non-stop the entire month leading up to it. especially with how much attention Larson got. Like, Larson has easily become NASCAR's biggest superstar. A superstar NASCAR desperately fucking needs right now. Like how Larson even led all IndyCar drivers in Indy 500 merch sales throughout the month of May. Like, beating out popular drivers like Newgarden, Palou, Dixon, Helio Castroneves, etc., etc. Larson had more merch sales than all of them. And there's a pretty strong chance Larson could possibly maybe dethrone Chase Elliott for most popular driver this year. I highly doubt it, though, because that Elliott fan base is pretty strong, too. Like, I'll be honest, I honestly thought it after last year. I thought the only way Elliott would ever have a chance at not winning most popular drivers if he did what his dad Bill did and withdrew his name from the ballot to give other drivers a chance. But who knows, maybe Larson can change that. I highly doubt it. All I say for the whole Larson Mania thing is watch Chase Elliott somehow still bullshit his way in the most popular driver again for the gazillionth year in a row. Because, yeah, life is bullshit. But, yeah, still, always saying thank fucking God the drama's over. Larson still has a shot at competing for the title. And you know what the funny thing about the whole Larson shouldn't have been eligible for a championship because he missed the race deal? It's funny how a lot of people said Larson shouldn't be eligible for the championship despite when he missed one race, even though he's second in points despite that. Yet they turn a blind eye to someone like Austin Cindric, who's been god-awful all year, has only 2 top 10s this season, and an average finish of 25.2. But Cindric's worthy of making the chase because he didn't miss the race because of Mother Nature ruining everything. Like, honestly, I'll say this, even despite Larson missing the race, Larson's still more worthy of a chase spot than Austin Cindric and Daniel Suarez combined. Let's just be real on that. Like, I'll be honest here, there's only 3 real ways you fix the waiver problem. Either A, you get rid of the chase and go back to a season-long points. B, you go back to the original chase format, which is like top 10, top 12 drivers and points make it in. Or option C, you keep the current format, but you get rid of the winning in stipulation, and the only way you make the chase now would be being top 16 in points. By the way, you do one of those 3 options, then a waiver system would no longer be required. Waiver system's only required because of the fucking stupid winning year in stipulation. And let's be honest, everyone talking about, would this have been a discussion if it was a season-long points format? If it was a season-long points format, the HMS would have prioritized the Coke 600 over the Indy 500. Because under a season-long points format, every race fucking matters. I mean, let's be honest. Larson's season hasn't mattered at all since he won Kansas. Since he won that spring race at Kansas a couple weeks ago. The rest of his season didn't matter after that. It's just honestly testing tune-up sessions until Atlanta in September. So yeah, Larson's season doesn't really mean anything until September once the chase starts. Like every race from here on out for Larson's just a testing tune-up session. But yeah, and let's be honest, HMS was right in prioritizing Indy 500 over Coke 600. Considering the Indy 500 is the biggest fucking race in the entire motorsport race in the entire world. Hell, the Indy 500 this year beat out the Coke 600 in the TV ratings. And usually Indy 500 beats out the Coke 600 in the TV ratings nearly every year. And I mean, it should. It's the biggest motorsport race in the entire world. It should win in the ratings. Like, that there is all you need to know about how important the Indy 500 is. But yeah, I think I've gone on long enough with this debate. Like, this whole thing was way too goddamn long. Honestly, thank fucking God this drama is over. Now I don't have to fucking talk about it until the next stupid instance that comes out that forces the discussion again. Thank fucking God Larson got the waiver. This drama dragged on for too long. This shouldn't even have been a fucking debate. But once again, NASCAR gonna NASCAR. At least they made the right call for once. Considering how many bad calls they made the last couple weeks, especially with the whole Austin Hill drama and the Kyle Busch-Stenhouse shit. At least NASCAR was able to get their heads out of their asses for fucking once in their sad, pathetic lives. Thank God for that. Anyway, on to Sonoma.